Is it raining outside? Everywhere there is rain, rain, rain. During July, August, sometimes September, October, we experience some storms. We know about storms, cyclonic storms, wind storms, sandstorms, dust storms. Have you heard of solar storms? Yes, many of us know what are solar storms. My dear students, parents, teachers and all the well-wishers, welcome back to another wonderful natural phenomenon, solar storms. Some of us may be thinking, wondering, what is the solar storm? Is it going to trouble us? Will it be dangerous to human? Solar storm, our galaxy, our solar system, we have our sun. The sun rises in the morning, sets in the evening. Without sun, there is no day and night for us. Sun is very important star for planet Earth, for us human beings on planet Earth. Many times, lot of changes happens at sun. At some points, the black spots on the sun's surface, there are some storms, the flashes of the solar emissions, solar flares. And from that black spot, the magnetic field, the mass emission, it reaches Earth at very speed, around 6 million hours speed. The kilometers speed it reaches Earth's magnetic field. Recently, July 18th, it takes 3 days for that to reach Earth's orbit, Earth's atmosphere. July 18th, there was a little disturbances because of the solar storms. July 3rd, July 11th, in the month of March, May, constantly nowadays, whenever you look at some articles, newspapers, magazines, e-magazines, you might have read solar storms. Sun has its cycle, 11 years of cycle, and this cycle ends in 2025. So before 2025, now we are 2023, these 2 years, often we experience the solar storms where electrical charges, magnetic fields will emerge, they emit ejected emission from solar surface, sun surface, reaches towards planet Earth everywhere. It disperses everywhere, but nowadays we find the planet Earth is receiving those. And will they directly attack the human? Will they directly have an effect on human? May not be. It's not dangerous to human life, but definitely we are involved in this. Our Earth, planet Earth is nicely sheathed, thick layers of magnetic field where it doesn't allow any radiation to touch, to come through that sheets, the coverings. So these solar flares also, they don't immediately come into our contact because our magnetic field will have a reaction with that solar flares. This interference of solar flares disrupt our radio signals, disrupt our communication system, disrupt our power grid, our satellites. India is into satellite world. India is top in the whole world of satellite and our programs. Recently we experienced Chandrayaan 3 nicely into the orbit. So having its mission, we know about it. Once Elon Musk has tried to send 40 satellites, the before day there was a solar flare, solar storm. So because of that interference, the satellites couldn't be placed in their orbit, but they failed and they dropped back into the Earth's atmosphere as balls of fire. So, the satellite lifetime also will go low when there is solar disturbances, solar storms in our Earth's atmosphere, little away, heliosphere. And it can affect our communication system, our power grid. Recently, in the month of May, July 1st week, US experienced 30 minutes of no power, even some of the areas of Pacific, because of the solar storm. The radio signals, when there is no radio signal, you can imagine the plight of our pilot. How will he receive? When there is no satellite information, when there is no internet connection, when there is no communication, disruptive, it can be 30 minutes, it can be half day, it can be 1 day, depends on the intensity of the flares. It can be called X class, A class, G class, geometric, it is called geomagnetic storms. They can be simple, easier, moderate, complex. Depends on it, it affects us. This is a wonderful branch of study. I encourage all the students, teachers and parents, have an eye on this. Be vigilant and keep an eye on such kind of changes. These are all natural phenomenon. You don't have any right to do anything. We don't have any control to stop anything. We are all part of this nature, and these are all natural phenomenon. And during these solar emissions, solar flares, solar storms, when this electrical charged particles, they react with our Earth atmosphere, nitrogen, oxygen. When it reacts with oxygen, it emits green light. With nitrogen, it emits reddish purple light. That's what we call aurora. The aurora of borealis, where usually we experience in the poles, North Pole and South Pole. But nowadays you see these aurora everywhere, wherever high latitude, the latitudes where we have the people living in such areas, they are experiencing this light emission in the sky, in the atmosphere. These are all the storms, solar storms. Let us be aware of this, and let us not totally dependent on these internet communication, on these radio signals. Let us live naturally, learn, be technically smart. We should advance in our age and life, but at the same time, don't forget the ground reality where nature is a cycle, earth itself revolves around and also around the sun. Our life is also a cycle of things, but clinging on to the roots of our life and having the ground reality makes us more beautiful, more natural. We'll be part of this nature phenomenon, natural phenomenon can take our generations further, so that in our lifespan, in our short life on planet Earth, we make planet Earth better, happy, and also leave a wonderful heritage for our next generations by knowing these things. Try to enjoy looking at these things, take them positively, learn from it, and be grounded all the time. Be blessed. Have a nice day.